All right. All right. I think it's about good time to begin. Oh. Okay, there we go. Now it's a good time to begin. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I just noticed that this is a bit off. There we go. Okay. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Let's have some fun playing some games. Given this Friday, it's Retro Friday, so we should probably play. So we're going to play some old classic games. Since we've been having fun playing Steins Gate, and Steins Gate is released quite a while ago, is released in 2009-ish. It's a 2000s game, so it's already 11 plus years old. I would call that retro. Actually, I would consider anything that's probably more than 5 years old as retro at this point, with how technology advances so quickly. Man, too many games being released, not enough time to keep up. Anyway, let's play. Oh, come on. Hey, Cloudy, how's it going? We are going to play some more Steins Gate. It's a very fun game. Oh, if you've watched the anime of Steins Gate, then you'll probably know more about what this game is about. But pretty much it's about think of it as a group of misfits discover time travel, and then as they try to uncover more about the mysteries into how time travel works, an evil organization in the shadows pops up to try and stop them and take over the world. It's a very interesting game. Very interesting story. And boy, is it like to talk. Which is very fun. Let's see here. If you think the conversation of mass applies to macro systems like the universe, or microsystems like atoms or elementary particles, you're mistaken. What? Is that true? Ha. She's laughing at my reaction. That little... She's making... The interaction between these two, the lady we see right in front of us, her name is Kurusu, and Okabe, who's the protagonist, is very cute. Yes, it is. It's a sci-fi type game. I really should play 13 Sentinels all the way through. I know I played it a little bit many years ago just to try and... I originally had an idea. It was called 100 Hidden Gems. 100 Games, 100 Hidden Gems. And the idea was I'd play 100 different games that most people don't have on their radar. But yeah, I kind of gave up after a short while because the word hidden gem kind of lost its meaning. I mean, let's face it, at this point in time, everything, if it's not talked in a major zeitgeist, everything is classified as a hidden gem. So, yeah, maybe I should go back and play that at some point. But yeah, this is a really good story. I would highly recommend it. If you like visual novels. Because this is a visual novel game, it might be a bit slow for some people. I know that, for me, it's just the right speed, but for... I have a friend who, if there isn't explosions every 10 seconds, he's not interested. So this would be a bit slow for him. How mortifying. Alright. Conversation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't apply to modern physics at all. Something can come from nothing. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Then what is the problem? What is the problem? The time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born. As long as this paradox goes unresolved, time travel can never be realized. Never. What if you just don't kill them? You can't think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not just about your family tree. There are far greater dangers than that. Really? Oh, I accidentally hit the button too quick. Really? That doesn't seem that dangerous. Any paradox, no matter how small, would cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in existence. Ooh, sounds very serious. Paradoxes are nothing more than just thought experiments. They cannot occur in reality, and they should not. Nothing that has even a 0. Very small number chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it. Wouldn't you say this is the logical conclusion? Well, kind of. Kind of. Because a paradox means there's a breakdown in the fundamental laws. And if there's a breakdown in the fundamental laws, then there's a breakdown in reality. So yeah, paradoxes are kind of a no-no when it comes to these types of things. I actually like the description about matter conservation. I did not think about that. The idea is that matter is conserved throughout the entire universe. You cannot make or destroy the amount of matter that exists. It's constant. As such, if you traveled back in the past, you'd actually be adding in more matter, which could potentially result in a paradox. Though... Okay, maybe I should wear the lab coat. Okay then. Though, if you take into account the fact that quantum mechanics exist, matter is constantly being created and nullified at the micro level. These these digital? These very, very tiny particles, I forget what they were called, but these very, very tiny particles, they come into existence, both a positive and a negative particle, and then they collide and then disappear. And because of this, and it's happening all over the place, effectively, while the net energy is 0, what can happen is, if it happens at the edge of a black hole, then suddenly you would have the negative one or the positive one falling into the black hole, while the negative one is able to, or the other one is able to fly freely. It's pretty much escape the virtual. There it is. Aha! They're virtual particles. Look at them. Virtual particles. The virtual particles, they will collapse and nullify each other. But on the edge of a black hole, that doesn't happen. And as such, a little bit of matter escapes the black hole, resulting in Hawking radiation. This is how black holes eventually will dissipate and disappear. So, with that in mind, that means at a very, very tiny scale, matter is, that kind of makes it a paradox. That makes that assumption wrong, doesn't it? Okay, enough thinking about that. Let's continue the game. There may be loopholes like parallel worlds or the self-consistency principle, but those stem too much like fantasy for me to accept. He does not like that. I grind my teeth. When I see Makise Kurisu looking at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede Makise Kurisu truly is a genius. I end up listening to all of Kurisu's lecture at ATF. Oh, it's done now. Oh, I was kind of hoping we'd had more. Alpaca Man. I'm surprised that they actually have a entry for alpacas. After the two time travel theories she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal equivalence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture, so impressive that you wouldn't think that she was an 18-year-old for the first time. It was 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Oh, she's one of the first ladies to stand up to you, Okabe. I bet you have the hots for her. Hey, just a boy. How's it going? Leave that aside. I saw Makise Kurisu dead. And yet she is alive. My memories don't mesh with reality. And not just about Kurisu. My conversations with Daru and Mayuri don't make sense either. Good to hear, good to hear. Glad things are moving well. Everything would be solved if I just told them what I had saw was a dream, an illusion. It never happened. But never say never. Does my microphone have noise? Is that better? I want. Let me turn off some of the systems that are around me. All right. But never say never. This leaves me with no choice. After parting ways with Daru and at ATF, I head to Yanabashi Shrine. I need to get exercised. He needs to get exercise. That is funny. He needs to go have ghosts removed. I seriously doubt that the Makise Kurisu at ATF was a ghost. Yanabashi Shrine is legendary. Actually, I wonder if Yanabashi Shrine is also, if it exists or if it's also a made-up location like ATF. We'll check it out at the break. Regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese. It's in my blood. Actually, I think that just might be a religious thing. I know an awful lot of Americans who would actually go get exercised as well. I had an aunt, actually, who she would actively go to church whenever something bad happened so that she could pray and hopefully have whatever ghosts haunting her be exorcised. So, yeah, I think it's just a religious thing. Yeah, exercise. Exorcism. This might be my American coming through. We tend to blend words, or blend vowels. Yanabashi Shrine is located on the other side of Kanata River. To find it, enter the first side road. Enter the first side road after crossing Manabashi Bridge. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with the surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Oh, that's everywhere. Do you know how many shrines I found in Hong Kong that meet this description entirely? There's a new mall that opened up in Tai Wai, which is massive. And if you look around, it's this giant mall surrounded by a bunch of residential buildings. And you think that's not the weird thing. The weird thing is that there's a shrine actually nearby that kind of also matches this description. It's surrounded by these massive multi-story buildings. I think like 30 to 50 floors each. And then you have this tiny little shrine in the middle of nowhere. Or in the middle of it all. It's very fun. Kanada Mojin is a more famous shrine in Akiba, but I deliberately choose this one. The shrine is so small, you could easily miss it if you weren't looking. Regardless, I can hear the chirping of cicadas from the few trees growing near here. Tokurine! Toot toot. There are two girls standing in front of the main building. Actually, alright, one of them is Mayuri. The other is a docile-looking beauty in traditional Miko attire. Miko, that's shrine princess. Shrine maiden. In the Shinto religion, Miko typically dresses in a white kimono with a red hakama on or skirt. Their role is to assist priests with performing rituals and events. Yes, and it's quite fun. It's quite fun when you go to these temples and see them. Apparently, I've been chewed out by a couple people. People. They said that if you're going to go to these temples and you want to get handwriting, be sure to find the old priests because their handwriting will be much better. Because when I went there, I was like, oh hey, there's a couple Mikos here. Let's get our handwriting from them so that we can because you can do these stamps in Japan. You can go to each different temple and get a stamp to say that you visited. So it's like, oh hey, let's get that done real quick. There's a couple Miko here. We'll get that done, and then we could just spend the time wandering the place. And like, no, apparently they've wrote so traditionally that a lot of those who write characters, there's like, find the old man next time. If there is no old man, wait. Urashabi Luka. A stunning example of feminine charm and grace. Lips delicate like cherry blossoms in bloom. The essence of Japanese beauty. The chief priestess's son. Oh, the chief priest's son. That's right, son. Lovely in every way, but he's a guy. Good afternoon, Okabe-san. He bows his head. The voice of a girl, the mannerisms of a girl. More feminine than any girl I know. But he's a guy. Taller than Miyaru, yet not as so slender. But he's a guy. They did this in the anime. Looks stunning in Miko robes. But he's a guy. Holding a bamboo broom, apparently in the middle of cleaning. But he's a guy. I think Okabe might he might be battling some demons. Because he's fixated on this quite a lot. It's almost evening, yet still hot as hell outside. But he's a guy, yeah, he's fighting some demons. Damn, cicadas won't shut up. But he's a guy. Luka. Lukako. That blade I gave you, what happened to it? He's a friend of mine. I call him Lukako. We met when I rescued him from an aggressive photographer in Akiba's pedestrian haven. Some neighborhoods of Tokyo, such as Akihabara, close major streets on busy shopping days. This eventually turns the streets into a big sidewalk, facilitating pedestrian access. Yeah, you can end up having an awful lot of people, a lot of hawkers trying to sell stuff to you. It's very common in Hong Kong. It also so happens that Lukako and Mayuri are classmates. I learned that fact after I had gotten to know him. Lukako is taken aback by my sharp question. He starts fidgeting with a flushed face and tears in his eyes. You mean Demon Sword Samada, right? Correct. I bought it for you so you could learn to control your power. Oh yeah, you bought it at Bladeworks, right? I think you said it cost 980. Alright, it's fictional. Is one of the stores in Akihabara that sells replica weapons. Items include Japanese, Sengoku period swords, European medieval swords, and knight armor. Fun. Don't say another word anymore, and they'll come to silence you. They're going to silence me. Thanks for worrying about me, Okabe. But who are they? I ignore Mayuri's question. So, Lukako, are you making sure to practice with Samadare, like I told you? Yes, I do practice swinging once a day. As long as you can carry it and master the Seishin-zama school of swordsmanship, you can prevent the dark flame inside you from consuming your soul. Demon sword Samadare may be an imitation sword, but that is only the form it takes to hide from the world. Yeah, Okabe. He is lost in his own little world. When one worthy to wield it appears, it unleashes its full power. And it was on sale for 980, including tax. Thank you, Okabe-san. It was a wonderful present. My name isn't Okabe. It's Ocarine. I'm sorry, Kiyoma-san. As long as you understand. Now, speak the words. Elsai Kangalo? No, not kangaloo. Kangaroo. Kangaroo. Yes, yes. Oh, actually, I wish we could hear that again. She just used the Japanese R. Kangaroo. Did I get it right? Lukako smiles happily as a nod. Ah, I see, I see. Let's do a quick check. Logs. Backlog. Oh, yes, we can. Yeah, you can hear when she says Kungaloo. Yeah, if you remember last time when we were having a conversation, we were talking about how that the R, they don't have the hard R like it is in the West. And as such, it becomes Lopongi as opposed to Rapongi. Here is Kongalu instead of Kongaroo, which is fun. Lukako smiles happily as I nod. Thank you. Such a lovely smile. But he's a guy. Okabe doth protest a bit much. Such a beautiful master-disciple relationship. Mayushi, not a Fujijo, but she's getting a little excited. Actually, what is Fujijo? The term of female otaku with a particular interest in yaoi. Oh, haha! I see. Okay. Or works of fiction that depicts homosexual relationships between men. Does not apply to female otaku in general. Mayuri-chan, please don't imagine such things. Well, I understand why she would imagine it. Okabe is so caught up on this. That's usually like the first thing in a yaoi. If I recall, in some of the yaoi storylines, you have one of the protagonists who is very, very against being in a relationship with another guy, and then he slowly comes to it and realizes, oh, this isn't too bad. I actually like this. It's a major plot point. So, and then we see Okabe how he's reacting. So it makes a lot of sense. Jeez. Though we do have a master-disciple relationship, I, Hoyin Kyoma, have gone to great lengths to teach Lukuko about the evil conspiracies that rule the world and how to resist them. Oh my. Okabe, you need to get a better hobby. That stuff about the demon store, Samari, is part of that training. Looks aside, Lukuko is very obedient and hardworking. Plus, he's always eager to learn new things. A master couldn't ask for a better disciple. Though he doesn't have the weakness of not catching on too quickly and being too shy. What are you doing here, Mayuri? I came to see Luka-kun. Homima's coming up next month, and I want him to cosplay as Kiaru-chan from Rainet, but he won't say yes. But cosplaying, that's just too embarrassing for me. But I'm sure you'll look great in it. The phrase, someone this cute can't be a girl, is really popular, you know. Come on, make your cosplay debut. Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear one herself. In other words, Mayuri has a good job in the future. She can make cosplay outfits for people and then sell them online. She can make a killing. Oh. And Luca actually, apparently that's a thing. I was not aware of that until a few years ago, but apparently guys dressing up as cute ladies for cosplay, especially in Japan, that's a very popular thing. I think there is even an anime that had that being one of their main characters. Japan. You never know what to expect when you go. She's made, let's see here. Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. And it looks like she's chosen Lukuko as her next target. Actually, one moment. Oh yeah, we need to check these out first. Kariyuri-chan. It's a heroine from Rainet, Kakeru. Her full name is Nishimori Kiari. She is a smart and athletic girl in 5th grade. She is also cute and has a good personality. Basically, the perfect girl. Passionate about fashion, hates mushrooms. That sounds like a very traditional magical girl anime. But mushrooms are delicious. What's wrong with mushrooms? Oh, I always love... You hate mushrooms? It might be because of the fact that... It might be because of the fact that the variety of mushrooms that a lot of people tend to eat tends to be very, very small. I don't remember the name of the mushroom exactly. If you watch Pirate Software, you might see him talk about it from time to time. But I know that there's this one particular mushroom, and it comes in it's the 3 different ages of the mushroom. When it's really young, so it's white. When it's slightly aged, so it's a bit brown. And then when it's really aged, when it's opened up. It's the exact same mushroom, and they all have a very similar soapy, spongy taste. So usually I see a lot of Westerners get around that mushroom's flavoring by adding in bacon and cheese, and they tend to boil it quite a bit in order to get rid of the flavoring. But if you go to Hong Kong or Japan or these other Asian countries where they have more varieties of mushrooms, suddenly you're going to have mushrooms that taste like pork. You'll have mushrooms that taste like beef, mushrooms that are quite sweet, mushrooms that are very sour. I had there's this vegetarian restaurant near where I live, and everything they prepare is served with mushrooms, and you would swear you're eating roasted pork or ground beef in curry, But no, it's all mushrooms. Mushrooms and tofu. So yeah, I think that I would like to at least think it might be because of lack of variety of mushrooms. Though it could just be that you've tried plenty and you're just not happy. You're not interested in the texture and flavor. That's understandable. All right, let's see here. We want to go to Komima. Comic Giga Market. A massive otaku event held twice a year at... Oh, that sounds like Comic-Con. I don't know why. Well, okay, we know why. Because they want to remove all of the real-life things. But this exists. This happens almost every year in Japan. It's really... In fact, I think the anime... Lucky Star actually had highlighted the event as well. I don't know if Lucky Star used a fictional name for it, though, or if they used the real name, but... Yeah, Lucky Star also had a Comic-Con where everybody went to buy comics. Alright, and let's see here. And these are ones we've missed. At Channel, Fictional Anime Girls. Okay, Fictional Anime Waifus. Alright, let's see. And it looks like she's chosen her next target. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally, I would understand why a man wouldn't want to dress like a girl. But come on, Lukako has no problem wearing a Miko robes. Why should cosplay be any different? Actually, that is true. Why is she dressed in a Miko attire? Why is Lukako dressed in Miko attire when I bet they have priest attire available? I think I could kind of guess why. Well, it makes her happy. But whatever. I have business to take care of. Save the trivial stuff for later. But it's really important to Mayushi. And it's trivial to me. Oh, don't be mean. Anyway, Lukako, there's a good reason for my being here today. I need you to perform an exorcism. An exorcism? Then I'll go get my dad. Please wait. No, it's nothing that serious. I just need some peace of mind. That's why I came here instead of Kanada Shrine. So, with that said, bring out the usual. The usual? You mean Samadare? No, uses a demon sword for an exorcism. The usual for an exorcism should be obvious. I don't know what it's called, but it's that stick with the zigzaggy paper thingies on the priestess. The priest does a shaky thing with. Actually, what is that thing called? Ah, that sounded really dumb, Oguri. Quite the shock to hear that from Mayuri. Oh, here we go. There it is. Oh, the Onusa. The Onusa? It's a double O, so it should be U. Unusa. So Unusa. Alright then. But I don't know if my father will lend it to me. I'll go ask him. Let's see here. Lukako makes a quick bow and runs off towards his house, which is on the shrine grounds. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes her pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. It's a very old watch, not the sort you would expect a high schooler to carry. Its name is Pockety. Pockety. It's called Pockety. That's cute. Obviously, that's the name Mayuri gave it. Not its brand name or anything. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure. Well, time to go to the... Well, time to go to work. Do your best. You going straight home afterwards? Yep. Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She comes to Akiba by train just about every day. It should be obvious since we're childhood friends and all, but I live in Ikebukuro too. Actually, wait a minute, let's take a quick peek. I'm very curious. How long of train ride is this? Let's see here. Let's see here. 1 second while I load up Brave so we can have a peek. I am very curious. Oh, come on, Brave. Where are you? I always lose it. There it is. Okay. Okay then, let's go to maps. So we're looking for the train from Ikebukuro to... So... Ikebukuro... There it is, Ikebukuro. Hey, Yosuke. How's it going? We're currently getting directions to between these two places. There it is, Akiba. Oh, that is not... That's just a... I thought they were going to say it was going to be a very long train ride. Well, I'm a bit curious because they were mentioning 2 locations in Japan. For instance, they said that they often go to Ikebukuro, they often go to Akiba to go to their lab and to do a variety of things. But they live in Ikebukuro. And I was wondering, oh, how far away is that? And it's just a 33-minute train ride. 30-minute bike ride. Oh. Yeah, it's really close. Actually, by the looks of things, the fact that it's the same for cycling and for transit by train, it makes me think that it might actually be a bit more convenient to just take a bike. And driving a car it's 10 minutes less, but anyway. Yeah, I thought they were going to make it out to be super far away. But it was super close. Oh my. When I was working in Hong Kong, transit for me would take about an hour and a half. And even then, it didn't feel that long because I wasn't the one driving. The power of public transit. Anyway, let's continue. So she's heading back home to Ikebukuro. So, I've been staying at the lab when summer break began. See you tomorrow. Well, it might be a bit... I know that it might feel like a bit long, but if you've ever been in the States during rush hour trying to get to work, sometimes you can take up to an hour, 2 hours in transit just to get to work. So, yeah, an hour and 30 minutes by train, that is nothing compared to 2 hour or an hour in driving into your car. Oh. So, I guess it's perspective. I call Mayuri to stop before she trots off. Wait, Mayuri? Back at Radicon, you heard a man scream, right? Scream? Mayuri blinks several times and puts her finger to her temple, as if in thought. She then gives her usual smile. When was that again? No, she doesn't. She doesn't remember. This afternoon. I don't think I heard anything. Oh, well, alright. Okarine's a weirdo. Bye-bye. Do. Mayuri leaves, this time for good, though she pauses to wave at least a half dozen times before disappearing beyond the archway. Thanks for waiting, Okabe-san. Lukuko returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. In his hand is a white zigzaggy thing. It's the yeah. How do you say this? It's a double O, so it should be an U sound. So, unusa? I think it's unusa. So she returns with the unusa that I asked for. Dad let me borrow it. Thank goodness. Did Mayuri-chan leave? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about Mayuri. Begin the exorcism at once, Lukuko. Okay. But do you really want me to do it? What exactly am I exercising anyway? Lukuko is flustered. Is he really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. I should have known better. The instant doubt touches my heart, a terrible chill shoots up my spine. It's the evil spirit in my arm. I grab my wrist violently. And now he's putting on a show. What a goober. Be still, foul spirit. Hurry, Lukuko. It's trying to take over. No way. Please hang in there, Okabe-san. I'm not Okabe. I'm sorry, Koma-san. But what should I do? The exorcism. Just hurry. Just do it. Like I taught you. Okay. Anelu. With a serious look on her face, Lukuko grasps the unusa with both hands as if it were a sword. I see. Butt typing. His stance is impressive. I've taught him well. His face is red, and he can barely talk. It looks like he wants to say something, but is hesitating. Panicking because he feels awkward. Amateur. Expel the spirit from me. I don't want to kill you. He is really hamming it in, isn't he? Oh, he really is. Lukuko starts crying. Like he's really worried. Reason tells me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty. Like I made a frail girl cry. But despite the tears welling up in his eyes, it looks like Lukuko managed to work up his resolve. Hear me, evil spirit. He raises the unusa up high, shaking it left and right. Well, not really. It's a sci-fi fantasy time travel. It's a sci-fi fantasy, I guess you could say. Yeah, well, what would be the best way to describe this game? It has time travel in it. So it's a science fiction story. It has espionage and evil organizations and plots. So it's like it has conspiracies in it. Well, actually, you could probably throw horror in there. It's a very interesting story. It has finance. It has finance. That's great. Now strike my arm with the zigzaggies. The tip of the Onusa touches my upper arm. In an anime, this would be the cue for some dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens. The only sound is the chirping cicadas. It's a romance. Yeah, it is also a romance. There is a romantic element in this, yes. Did it work? I take a deep breath. The trembling in my arm has stopped. I'm okay. Looks like you've drove away the evil spirit. Good job, Lukuko. Lukuko sighs in relief and blushes. I'm glad I was able to help. This shy smile really does make him look like a girl. spellbound man to be some kind of pervert, but the girl is actually his daughter. She's about 12 years old, I think. Oh, my dog is being a nuisance. I must admit, I'm impressed she can sense my aura of madness. At such an early age, actually, I think it just might be that you act weird. Kids, kids tend to avoid people who act strange. And both, from what we've witnessed so far, Daru acts a bit weird, and Okabe acts a bit weird. So it makes sense that Nai will be avoiding them. Mr. makes a grandiose kissing gesture at his daughter's photo. Once again, shivers down my spine. Seriously, besides your daughter, has this workshop ever seen a customer? I've been renting a second floor for about 6 months, but I don't recall ever seeing a customer. I would be surprised if this place ever actually is making money. Ain't a customer. He puts away a photo and goes back to checking the TV, leaving me with that vague answer. There's probably just a loose soldier on the board. Oh, solder. Or is that solder? Alright, solder. I can fix it. Really? Well, then by all means. Hold on. I'll get you an estimate. What? You're charging me? What do you think? This ain't some charity. Oh. Where's my dog? Get it. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay. What's up? Hmm? Suddenly, time stops. What? It feels like someone activated the world. Okay. This wasn't in the... This wasn't in the anime. The power to stop time. One of the supernatural abilities called Steins. Oh yeah, it appears in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I kind of was hoping that they would have had a bit more, a bit different information. The girl is still standing there with her arm in the air. Her smile gradually fades into confusion. What kind of reaction was she hoping for? Seriously. Anyway, is she the person Mr. Braun was expecting? Maybe she's someone he knows personally. Another daughter? Or dare I say, his girlfriend? She finally drops her pose and clears her throat. I call myself Amane. And just like that, time starts moving again. Oh. Did he have a, like, love at first sight kind of event? Actually, I just think of the story Big Fish. There's a movie called Big Fish. It had a very silly event in it involving time shenanigans. I would recommend watching the movie. It's very fun. Anyway. Oh, so you're the kid for the job interview. I'm Tenoji, the manager. A job interview? This young woman? You want to work at the dull, dirty, depressing, debt-ridden Brawn Tube workshop? With this filthy old manager? You want an extra 1,000 yen added to your rent? Oh my. Okabe, keep your mouth shut. You're going to increase rent dramatically. My words are but the truth, though I suppose it's not my place to get involved. Anyway, I had no idea that Brawn Tube Workshop was hiring. You always look so free. I didn't know you needed the help. Actually, I'm the one who begged for the job. The girl looks a little embarrassed. The boss refused at first, but I wouldn't take no for an answer. It's honestly surprising. Kids with drive are rare these days. Take a seat right there, young lady. Thank you. Looks like they're going to have a formal interview. I was going to leave, but since Mr. Braun hasn't kicked me out, I'll stick around for a bit. Yeah, they really sped up this introduction in the anime. In the anime, she cycled over, answered 3 questions, they said you're hired, and then that was the end of it. But this looks like it's going to be a full-on introduction. We have break, so why don't we wait a little bit for the break to finish? And then we'll continue in, I guess, 40 seconds. And, very interesting so far. Super hackup. I will see. Alright. We will see. We'll see. How different is it from the anime? Oh, these are all the unread ones. Why don't we go through some of them? Cosplay is pretty much dressing up as fictional characters. Don't look at me on the internet. It is an unwritten rule to say this whenever you see an image of someone on something looking towards the camera. Alright, Dory. A suffix for street. Oh yeah, that's the... that is the... This is pretty much physics. Moe is a Moe. It's a character style, a drawing style, which became very, very popular and is still popular actually to this day. Anyway, let's continue. The girl's expression is very stiff. I guess she's nervous. Just because of a part-time job interview. Well, if it's your first interview, you're always going to be nervous. It's through experience where these things slowly lose their stressfulness. In contrast, how she said she wouldn't take no for an answer. She doesn't seem so enthusiastic. Right. What was your name again? Amane Suzuha. Age 18. Same as me. Student? No. Alright. She shakes her head. Why do you want to work here? Because I love CRTs. Hired. You start tomorrow. Okay, it is as short as they did in the anime. Wait, what? Is this some sort of joke? Are we on camera? Thanks, boss. Finally. Amane Suzume seems to relax. Then she looks at me. Who are you? You dare ask my name. Banish the thoughts from your head, girl. To learn it will place your life in jeopardy. Countless women have learned of my name, only to find themselves the target of the organization. Sarah in America, Claudia in Italy, Simone in France. He's listing characters from very famous movies. We have Sarah Connor. We have... Actually, I forgot the last name, but Claudia is from Casablanca. Or was Simone from Casablanca? They're very famous characters. I know Sarah Connor. I watched Terminator almost... I forget how many times. I've watched it too many times, I guess. Hey, stop pulling things out of your ass. He just doesn't understand my pain. No, you are pulling him out of your ass, my friend. This idiot rents the second floor. Name's Okabe Rintaro. My name is not Okabe. It's Hoyin. Quit it or I'll raise your rent. I'm Okabe Rintaro. Fun. You haven't watched Terminator? I would highly recommend watching the second one. The second one is pretty much... It's a cult classic for a reason. The first one is okay, but it's setting the groundwork. I would recommend definitely watch the second one. And then if you really enjoyed it, then go back and watch the first one. Because the first one, all of the elements were there, but it just wasn't quite there yet. And I'm going to proceed to ignore everything past 3 because the writers did not know what to do with the Terminator franchise. So 3, Genesis, The Dark, whatever the other one is called, they all suck. They really do. So yeah, second movie, it deserves to be in everyone's collection. The second one, you can kind of see where things are coming from. It's quite a good one. The rest, just forget they exist. The girl stands up, places her hands on my shoulder, and looks at me with a serious expression. I don't know anything about this organization that's after you. But if you're ever in trouble, Okabe Rintaro, let me know. And I can help with stuff like that. Huh? Huh? Stuff like what? If necessary, I can hurt them so bad that they'll never bother you again. Mr. Brown, I don't think you should hire her. I think Okabe is a bit afraid now. Yeah, she might be a little wild one. I'll buy her if she causes any trouble. Anyway, ignore the organization nonsense. It's all in Okabe's head. It is? You just keep thinking that. But someday, the world will kneel before me. Mwahaha. And then, Anime Suzuha stares straight at me again. Maybe she has a habit of looking people in the eye. So, that's the current trend. Thanks for the tip. Oh, he's rubbing off on her. Oh no. Trend? I don't think so.
That's it.
So hot. Yes, it is. Oh, it's so very hot. I was at university all morning. As I returned to Akiba, the heat is now becoming unbearable. I grab an iced coffee at the bakery inside Yodobashi to quench my thirst. While I'm at it, I guess I'll check at channel on my phone. I mostly frequent the occult board, and future technology board, and sometimes the physics board. I search for threads on a mass disappearance phenomenon, or Misaki Kuroso stabbing, but turn up nothing. I wonder if you go to the phone... Oh, we have mail. Oh, it didn't tell me. Oh, we have mail. Let's check it. Let's see here. Alright then. Are you really okay with yesterday's exorcism? I feel like a more traditional ceremony would be better. I'm worried about something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much. I can't sleep at night. P.S. Because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings with Samadare. Alright. Okay. The E, there it is. I'm wondering if the E is going to the... If that's the internet. We'll find out. We'll find out. But anyway. So, were those hallucinations after all? When I peek at the occult board, I find posts in multiple threads from someone claiming to be John Teeter. Wait, John Teeter's back? John Teeter appeared on the American BBS, the internet forums, 10 years ago, claiming to be a time traveler. He claimed to have traveled from the year 2036 in order to obtain an old computer, an IBM 500. Yeah, 5100. This claim started quite a storm among the BBS denizens. Teacher also made several accurate, very fragmentarily predictions of future events. The start of the Iraq War and the spread of Crudifes Jacob. What is this disease? Okay, here we go. Another name for bovine spermatiform BSE. That is a long name. Commonly known as mad cow disease, but only used in the case of human infection. Early symptoms include memory loss, abnormal movements, personality changes, dementia, muscle stiffness. In several cases, the patient may waste away in 1 to 2 years before dying of respiratory paralysis or even complications. Mad cow disease. Oh. Actually, I had to learn all about that. Not a very fun disease, trust me. And it's not even caused by the traditional, what you traditionally think a disease would be caused by. Mad cow is a prion disease. Prions are misshapen proteins. You would think it would be a virus or a bacterium, but no, it's a prion. I think that's what made mad cow so... That's what made mad cow so dangerous. Let's see, IBM. A fictional computer. No, IBN. Oh, IBN. Okay. IBN. IBM is a real life company. IBM. They just changed one letter. A computer, yes, it's an American computer company. It was originally stationed out in Texas. I think they used to make computers there. I wonder if they're still making computers there. I thought they closed down most of their shops. And software, and they offer several consultation to enterprises. In recent years, they have made a ladder. They have made the latter their more focus. IBM mentioned. Oh wait, yeah, they mostly into software development now. They made a software called the M2, I believe, and it is a software used by. It is a software used by police and law enforcement in order to. It's pretty much a data aggregate software designed for you to compile lots of data from different sources in order to uncover hidden truths about a particular event. It's used for tracking people down. In one of my old workplaces, they were looking into using the IBM software. It might not be M2. I remember it had a 2 in it. It could be the E2, the I2. I'm going to call it. We'll look it up later. But there's something 2 that they developed, and it's for data aggregation. And I know law enforcement, particularly Australia uses it. Anyway. The start of the Iraq War and the spread of the mad cow disease, for example. To prove he was from the future, he explained the principles behind the time machine and provided pictures of its operations manual. But after about a month, he disappeared without ever revealing his identity. At one point, his predictions gained popularity, even in Japan. Yes, he certainly did get some things right. But on the other hand, he missed several others. Some of his posts contradicted each other. That's why, to this day, many people doubt his authenticity as a time traveler. So, after 10 years of silence, the same John Titor is now on the Japan BBS. Ridiculous. It's obviously a troll. First of all, John Titor is American, yet now he's posting on @channel in Japanese. Let's take a look at his posts. Let's see here. I didn't expect you to believe that I came from the year 2036. I see that everyone would like to know more about my time machine. Time travel technology is developed by CERN. They completed the first time machine in 2034. Time traveler, lol. John Titor, lol. More details on the time machine. Do they sell time machines? How much do they cost? I've got about 100 million saved. Can you send one to me? Well, if this was 2034, but if it was 30, was it 3034? If it was in the 3000s, then time machines can be they're just little carpets that you travel back in time. They're very convenient. They can even create pocket dimensions. I know of a character who traveled back in time to help a layabout. I think to this day, I think that layabout is still having trouble with his studies. CERN has a monopoly on time machines. Not even the most powerful nations on Earth can acquire one, to say nothing on private citizens. CERN used their time travel for power. By 2036, the world has become a dystopia. Oh boy. There is no war, no conflict. However, that is a false peace founded on a complete eradication of liberty. What does that mean, lol? What does that LOL mean? Oh. Why do you come to this time? Was the Okabe satellite crash your doing? Wait, guys. Titor-san doesn't understand @channel lingo. Let's keep it simple, okay? If you know what I mean. Okay. A trip code, asshole. Get a trip code. You know, this form looks a lot like The channel which will not be named, there is a chat forum that is quite notorious online. And like Fight Club, you do not talk about that channel. So we're not talking about it. I came here to change my present. In other words, your future. My mission is to destroy CERN's dystopia and restore freedom to the world. This is a wonderful time you're living in. Everyone is free. But you will lose it all in just 20 short years. It is vitally important that you understand that what the future has in store. What is a trip code? I might get one if you tell me what it is. You said only CERN has time machines. You have a time machine. That must mean you're working for CERN. Theoretically, therefore, your goal can't be to destroy CERN. It's dystopia. You're a fraud. What's a dystopia? How can CERN take over the world in just 20 years? Look at the Middle East. You've been reading too much manga. If you think you can get those guys to stop killing each other. Who asked you to change the future? You trying to play God? Actually, if this is kind of how I would expect the chat to go. Has anyone been in Reddit? You asked how to change the future. You try to play God. If they're promising world peace, then I, for one, welcome our new CERN overlords. My time machine is a prototype, reverse engineered from stolen CERN technology. Compared to their time machine, its capabilities are quite limited. In 2036, the world is ruled by a single all-powerful government body. They control every aspect of our lives, deciding what we will eat, where we will live, and whom we will marry. There is no privacy and no choice. Anybody who dares oppose them will be eliminated. You know, they're actually sounding an awful lot like the World Economic Forum. If you've yeah, they're sounding an awful lot like the World Economic Forum. I think it was what? 4 years ago, maybe? It might have been 4 years ago. The World Economic Forum was saying that there's not enough food for the world, so therefore we need to start making everybody eat bugs. We need to start bug colonies, and there needs to be a move from dairy and meat, like from cows, to insects. And they've been pushing that so hard. You can even start seeing products being developed and sold in stores which are all dedicated to insect-focused products. And then I think someone else on the World Economic Forum also said that in order to make world peace, people will own nothing, people will control nothing, and everyone will be happy. So yeah, I have a feeling replace CERN with the World Economic Forum, and they'll be right in our timeline. Yeah, I think yeah, we're going to replace it here because we're going to start replacing every time we see CERN, we're going to call it the World Economic Forum. That's more logical. That is more in our timeline. Let's see. In movies and stuff, small changes in the past can cause huge changes in the future. We've already changed the present by coming here. What happens if you make unexpected changes to the future? Implying the World Economic Forum rules the world. Do you even know what the World Economic Forum is, lol? OP as a troll. So, if we find his dad and kill him, then this time traveler will never be born, and we won't have to listen to this BS anymore. I want to know if you can meet your past self. Can you sell... Yeah, this is definitely 4chan, or this is definitely the chat form that will not be named. We're talking about the so-called grandfather paradox that has been debunked. This world line has a divergence of 0.571024 compared to the world line I come from. Killing my grandfather would alter divergence, creating a world line where my father is dead. However, it would not erase this world line, I would go on existing. CERN, the World Economic Forum, is an organization filled with a bunch of companies and rich people who want to influence the future in order to make a utopia. That is what they argue, at least. It is possible to meet your past self. The prevailing theory is that time travel is that nothing would happen. I, however, haven't met my past self. If you're really a time traveler, then prove it. Give some pictures. The many world interpretation. Slow down, bro. Research institution, a organization conglomerate taking over the world. I do not feel the need to prove that I am what I say I am. I am only posting these messages on a whim. My mission comes first. What are world lines? Can you meet yourself from another world line? What happens if you do? Late reply. Trip code is a way to identify posters. Put @ password in your name. Lol. Backpedaling. World lines are like an infinite number of rivers flowing in parallel. Along the way, there are constant branching out into new world lines. This is called divergence. For example, whether or not you post on this message board has practically no effect on the world line's divergence. But if you were murdered, let's say, then divergence would change. However, it would only change by about 0.0002%, if that. A single human being's death is not terribly significant on the global scale. Wars, disasters, acts of terrorism, and other events that cause widespread death and destruction have a much greater effect on divergence. Thanks for telling me about trip codes. I'll make sure to put this one from now on. I'm starting to get tired. So let's pick up again tomorrow. I will recognize some. I will. Can I go back? Logs. Backlog. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out then. Name is John Teeter, I see. War lines are infinite. Yeah, we already read that. I will have to keep an eye on those message boards next time. Looks like they're already made an archive of these threads. Of course, there have been sites dedicated to John Teeter for years now. This post closely resembles that the original Teeter wrote 10 years ago. I've read one of the books on Teeter. That's how I know. This new John Teeter is clearly an imposter. There are more Teeter fanatics on @channel. He's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone would fall for this level of trolling. As I continue to read, however, I find the response the opposite of what I expected. Everyone is accepting this time traveler as if this were his first appearance. Nobody has even mentioned his appearance 10 years ago. Finding this strange, I try posting in retort, but everyone ignores me. What the hell? You can figure this out if you do a little research, people. There's the original John Teeter thread archived in English, and plenty of Teeter blogs in Japanese. I entered John Teeter's name into the search engine. 12 matches. Oh, they moved this place. In the anime, he was doing it on the computer, but here he's off in Akiba. Only 12. Moreover, all 12 are about the current Teeter's postings on @channel. I can't find a single track of the Teeter 10 years ago. Bizarre. This just can't be. I searched for information on Teeter a few years back. Back then, I got tens of thousands of hits. Is this search engine filtered? I try searching on another site to make sure, but it gives the same results. What is this madness? It feels like I've stumbled onto another plane of reality. Could this be another organization's conspiracy? Another organization conspiracy. These past 2 days, I've been surrounded by nothing but chaos and confusion. I'll call Daru. He'll know about Teeter for sure. After all, I've talked to him about Teeter before. I only vaguely remember the details about the conversation, but I'm positive the conversation happened. By the time I dig up my phone out of the bag, I no longer feel like making the call. Instead, I'll send him an email on the way back to the lab. He replies with his location. By Maid Queen, he means Maid Queen plus Neon, a maid cafe. Daru's a regular there. Apparently 3D cat maids are his thing too. Maid Queen plus Neon is only a 3-minute walk from the lab. Oh, that is super convenient. No wonder why Daru likes to be in the lab. Coming from Kuromushibashi Dori, take a left at Sumokosuka Crossing and you'll find it. That's where I'm heading now. It's usually busy in Akiba during summer break, but now it's even busier because of the Radicon incident. The area was blocked off yesterday, but it doesn't look like they could keep the main road closed for days straight. I haven't seen a single police officer today. But the Radicon building still seems off limits. The entrance shutters are closed up and sealed with yellow police tape. We're here in Akihabara the day after the unexplained satellite crash. The police barricade has been lifted and the tremendous number of people have gathered in front of the station. The satellite's origin is still under investigation, but today that it can't be removed until the authorities have more information. Actually, yeah. According to the police, the satellite does not appear to be dangerous. However, tourists and local business owners have raised concerns. It could fall. If it falls, then that could lead to a lot of problems. Yeah, I need to be more cautious there. The media has dozens of cameras set up outside the police line. And there are nearly twice as many onlookers as reporters, enough to fill the entire street with people. Everyone's aiming their phone cameras at the satellite-like object. So many people. Live in Akiba, you get used to the crowds. Big events, but a gathering of this size is unusual. I wonder when they'll get rid of that thing. I hope it doesn't explode or something. As I said, I worry about it falling. They've been letting people back into the area, so I guess there's no danger. Still, considering its unknown origin, I'm surprised there isn't more security. Today, like always, otaku are shopping for ryoji, important games, electronics, or whatever strikes their fancy. Okay, let's check out some of these. Fan-created manga, which are often, but not always, adult in nature. These are sold at special doujinshi events, the biggest market, which is twice annual comic gaga market, known as the fans as Kamima. Oh, Comic-Con. Maid cafe. The type of cafe where waitresses wear maid outfits, usually in the French maid style. They usually call the customers masters. Patrons can talk to the waitresses and play games with them, but ultimately the maids cafe restaurants, not bordellos. Pretty much you can go talk to the ladies. That's about it. Nothing else. I think if you tried to do anything else other than talk to the ladies, you'd get kicked out. So yeah, it's just a place to hang out with pretty ladies. The opposite of a utopia. The World Economic Forum. As I said, it's a multinational conglomerate of rich individuals and powerful companies set on shaping the world to form a utopia. Yeah, we know what a troll is. We know what a troll is. Let's see here. Aside from the scene at Radicon, it's the same as any other day. but I still don't understand what I saw yesterday. I've half accepted that the mass disappearance was just in my imagination. Maybe I've become unable to distinguish reality from fantasy, like the media likes to say about teenagers these days. Oh, is he having some self-reflection? I think he might be. With that thought in mind, I return my gaze to the street. And there, in front of me, stands a woman holding her phone in front of her face. Oh! She took a picture. Her phone was clearly pointed at me. I tried to cover my face, but not quick enough. I turn around just to make sure that she wasn't pointing it at someone behind me, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Huh? She's still staring at her phone. Without even glancing at me, she turns around and points her phone at some other pedestrian. Maybe she's just taking photos of everyone on the scene, and not just me. But still, I don't have a word with her. The organization is after me, so I can't risk that photo getting out.
Wait.
Actually, if Okabe was a bit more normal, then some of the situations he gets himself involved in, especially, again, I'm referencing the anime, but some of the situations he finds himself in could easily be avoided if he didn't act like a 9-year-old. She doesn't turn around. Is she so engrossed in her photography that she doesn't even notice me? Or did she not catch my magnificent native level English? Hey, you. With the phone, right? A camera. Wait, please wait. She turns back, finally noticing me. And of course, her phone turns with her. Again. He could have easily. He's such a goober. She completely ignores my objection. And then she goes back to looking at her phone. Answer my question. Are you with the organization? If she is, then I may have to take suitable measures. You're not? Even so, I can't let you keep that picture. The organization will stop at nothing to find my whereabouts, and they'll kill anyone who gets in their way. I need you to delete that picture immediately. Is she even listening? Sorry. Wow, she finally speaks. Just a whisper, but it's something. If I upset you. She lowers her head slightly in a bow. Or at least I think it's a bow. She's been looking down all this time, so I can't really tell. Before you apologize, I need you to delete that photo. I was shooting the scenery. Her finger dances across her phone key with impressive speed, exactly the opposite of her annoyingly slow speech pattern. The scenery? You're a tourist? Or is she one of the people who came to see the satellite? In that case, why did she take a picture of me? She shakes her head without looking at me. It's proof of where I was today. You're a strange lady. Kiryu. Moeka. My name? I guess she's introducing herself. It's nice, but I want her to delete that photo. I have a question for you. May I? First, the photo. There's an urban legend in Akihabara.
知らない。
Have you heard of it? An urban legend? What is it about talking? What is she talking about? Don't tell me. There is a brilliant but insane mad scientist said to be lurking in Akihabara. And now the brilliant but insane mad scientist is the target of every assassin in the underworld. I've remained in this town for far too long. I need to make plans. Akihabara, you weren't such a bad town. I'm glad that the Phantom Retro PC. Retro PC? It's funny that that just knocks him out of his fantasy when he realizes it's not about himself. She replies with a nod, or something like a nod.
秋葉原のどこかに
They say there's one in Akihabara.
そうか。
Oh. Nothing but a mad scientist. I'm relieved, but also disappointed. At any rate, this is the first time I've ever heard of a Phantom Retro PC.
幻のレトロ PC
A retro PC? You mean like a 98? That's the first model that comes to mind. But are 98s really that hard to find? This game was released, what, in around 2008, 2009? Oh, you just need to go to the US government. I still, I think the US government is still using Windows XP. So yeah, finding a 98 should be very easy, especially if you're in the States. But this is Japan. Japan and Hong Kong are very similar when it comes to, a lot of things. And one is technology. Technology here advances so fast that it's very difficult to find retro stores. Usually everything is brand new or it's in production. Once it comes out of production, it becomes infinitely more difficult to find. You have to go to specialty stores at that point. But in the States, you can go to Walmart and probably still buy an old Vista computer. Walmart sells everything. And they never let go of stock. She shakes her head slightly, or something else like that.
いいえ
Or,
これ
no, this. She turns her phone towards me. The screen shows an oddly shaped computer. It's hard to tell since the picture is monochrome, but it looks like some kind of PC. It looks kind of familiar.
IBM 5100
It's an IBM 5100. An IBM 5100.
ジョン・タイターが手に入れようとした
That's the computer John Teeter tried to get. Her fingers twitch, I think.
見たことは
You've seen one?
ない。
No.
名前を知ってる
I've only heard the name. Coincidence? No.
これも
This could be the choice of Steins Gate.
詳しい人知らない
Know anyone who might know?
ダルならば
Daru probably knows more about it.
そいつは俺のマイフェイバリットライトアームである
He's my favorite right arm. A super hacker capable of breaking into even MI6's mainframe. Alright, what is MI6? In the United Kingdom government responsible for intelligence operations. The MI6 stands for the Military Intelligence Section 6. However, it's formerly known as the SIS. Oh, the SIS. In 98, they're talking about a Japanese PC series sold from the mid-1980s to the mid-1990s. It sold so well that at one point it was called the National Computer. Ah. Alright, is that true? I want to take a quick... One moment. Let's go take a quick peek. I'm actually very curious about this one. Here we go. Okay then. Japan PC 98. Oh, hey. Oh, yes, this does exist. It is right here. That's what it looked like. It is really old. 1982. 42 years old. Oh my. That is really old. It was discontinued in... I don't know what's more impressive. The fact that it's 40 years old, or the fact that it discontinued 20 years ago. That means this had a life cycle of 20 years. That is... I think most computer technology nowadays only has a life cycle of a year and a half. They have a 16-bit and 32-bit lineups. Oh my, 16... I have a strong suspicion we're not going to be having... The 16-bit code here is definitely going to need an emulator. I don't think there's any technology nowadays that can go down to 16 bits. When I was doing programming, it was a project I was working on. And one of the things that we had to focus heavily on is bit size. We were trying to store as much data as possible in the least amount of space. And one of the potential solutions was to change the bit resolution. Most Python, this is a bit of programming, but in Python, when you write code, or when you're storing variables like integers or strings and such, they're usually assigned to 64 bits or 32 bits. We'll go with integers because that's easier. So it's usually automatically a 32-bit integer. If you're using a bit more advanced Python, they might assign it to 64-bit. And whenever you're going to change the values, if your CPU has 64-bit capabilities, then you don't have to do any conversions. Same thing with 32. But 16? The processor doesn't have a 16-bit pipeline. As such, what ends up happening is you take your 16-bit integer, you up it to 32 bits, do your calculations, and then you downgrade it back to 16-bit. I did not know this when I was writing the code, so because of that, my code was actually really, really slow until what we figured out, we're doing this conversion of 16 to 32, then from 32 back down to 16 every single time we iterate. And as such, it was just gobbling up so much time. And so with that, we did a quick change and just did everything in 32 bits, and then at the very end, we would downscale it to 16. It wasn't nearly as accurate, but the accuracy wasn't really that important. The main point was time, how fast we were able to accomplish it. So, yeah. I have a... Shh. Quiet. So, yeah, I have a strong suspicion that... I have a very, very strong suspicion that it'd be very difficult to run code up from this computer nowadays. But fun. They look kind of like old Macintoshes, actually. They do. They look like old Macs. Especially these ones right here. Let's see here. Hamada requested to write and run the code on the Intel processor, saying that he wanted to talk to Bill Gates 3 months later. They rejected Hamada's request because Microsoft was busy developing BASIC, and they did not want to produce more variants of Microsoft BASIC. Tadashi told him Microsoft is rewriting the BASIC so that the same function can be instructed internal. Learning it. This is a very fascinating time period when it comes to technology. I would highly recommend, if you're interested in old technology, to look into this, because it was like the Wild West back then. You had they actually take advantage of it in the story here. So if you've played the game, you know what you know. All right. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Fun. All right then. I missed it. Okay, I accidentally hit the button too fast. The MSEX part is a slight the MI6 part is a slight exaggeration. If that ever did happen, Men in Black would break down our door and take us away. Oh, okay. Funny. Like, if he's worried about the organization coming after them, then why is he making up stories about, breaking into organizations? This would just put a big target on his back. He's not thinking these things through. He's really not. But the super hacker is true. The depths of his complex computer knowledge is uncanny. Speaking of Daru, I'm supposed to meet up with him at May Queen, Nyan. I don't have time to stand and chat with some crazy lady I don't know.
では俺は行く。女よ。
Well, I'm off, Lady Media Secrum in moderation. I'm off, Lady Media Secrum in moderation. I try to make a smooth exit, one-liner and everything, but she grabs my sleeve before I can disappear into the crowd.
何をする？
What are you doing? What are you doing?
メールアド
Your email, please.
何が狙いだ？
What are you after?
スーパーハッカーの
The super hacker. I guess she wants to hear Daru's story. It's my fault for mentioning him. Well, I'm meeting with Daru, so why don't I just take her along? No, wait a second. This could be a devious trap. Maybe she's even a spy sent to kidnap Daru. I'm defenseless without him. Again, you're not thinking things through, Okabe. My only other ally is Mayuri, whose skills amount to costume design.
断る。
I refuse. I'll never give up Daru. I slip past her and start walking faster. I glance back. She's following me. I pick up pace, but she's still chasing me.
俺の後ろを歩くな。
Stop following me. Unperturbed, she shows me her phone again. On the screen is the picture of me that she took.
ゲー、まだ削除していなかったのか。
You still haven't deleted it.
教えてくれたら
Tell me and I'll delete it.
この俺を脅すとは。
You dare blackmail me. Who do you work for? I attempt to glare into submission, but her eyes are already lowered. My glare is ineffective.
私は
She hesitates for a
ア
second.
ークディライトの
Work part-time at Arc Rewrite. Oh, that's new information. What is Arc Rewrite? What's that?
ヘンプロ秋葉原
An editorial company here in Akihabara. One of those companies that writes articles for magazines. Is this gloomy lady really fit for that kind of work? I think she's lying.
貴様。
Wait, you're planning on publishing my picture without permission, don't you? Mad scientist of Akiba unveiled. I can see the headlines now. It's all the organization will need to turn Akiba into a sea of blood. No, I must avoid that gruesome outcome at all costs. I have no choice.
交換条件にの。
Very well, I accept your terms. At any rate, as long as she has that photo, I have no way of knowing how it might get used. I pull up my email address and show it to her. Looking back and forth from my phone to hers, she enters my info with terrifying speed.
そうか。
Of course, this woman is an expert. Ah, Okabe. Esper. It's a general term for a human who possesses supernatural powers. Extrasensory perception. Shortened to Esper. People who have those. What's a media secrum? During news stories with high public interest, reporters sometimes latch onto persons of interest, bombarding them with questions, prying into their lives, and even camping outside their houses. These activities are a serious invasion of privacy and can inflict mental and emotional stress on the subject. I did not know that was a thing. Well, okay. Scratch that. I do remember there's a TV show called From the Earth to the Moon, It's quite old. It was released in 2001, but in it highlights all of the missions to the moon. The first episode's about the production and development of the Apollo rockets. The second one is about going to Apollo 2, and the catastrophe that happened. And then it goes all the way. And in the episode about Apollo 13, it actually focused less on the actual mission flying in there, and it focused more on how the media responded to the incident. And this media sacrum is exactly what happened to the family of the astronauts in Apollo 13. It's very interesting to learn about. I'd recommend it. From the Earth to the Moon is a fantastic TV show. I dub her power Shining Finger. Her magical thumb types cursed emails at 255 characters per minute. However, whoever receives one dies. She's done typing my address. It took all of 5 seconds. Name?
おーいんきょうま
Hoin Kyoma.
マッドサイエンティストだ
Don't tell people. How is it
フェ
spelled?
ニックスの鳳凰に
First is Hoyo for Phoenix,
凶悪なる
then in, and finally Kyoma, which means a horrible truth that must never be revealed.
フェニックスの鳳凰に
Hoyin for Phoenix,
そして
then in, and finally Kyoma, which means a horrible truth that must be revealed. So the Phoenix in the horrible truth that must be revealed. Interesting name. I repeat my perfect explanation. This is the origin of my true name. Did he just make it up? I bet he made it up. Explaining the in part of Hoyin Kyoma would take too long, so I left it out. She enters my name with her head tilted to one side.
こう
Like this?
なんだこれはふざけるな俺のマナをバカにするつもりか
What the hell is this? Are you mocking me? Oh, I see. Owing Yoma. I wonder what that says if that actually means anything in Japanese. I wonder if it's a pun. That's what I'm wondering. She lowers her head a little more. An apologetic bow, I guess.
携帯を貸せ
Just hand me your phone. I'll enter it. She shakes her head, clutches her phone with both hands as if to protect it from me. Like a spoiled child who can't let go of a toy, she shields it from me with all her might. What does she think I'm going to do? Her reaction is a little depressing. Anyway, she's obviously not going to hand her phone over, so I ask for her address instead. I'll send her a blank email. She told me her name a few minutes ago, but I forgot it already, so I enter her as Shining Finger. What am I doing standing here in the middle of the street? Let's hurry up and send her a blank email. I don't need to type anything. I just need to give her name. Oh, I get it. I get it. Okay. Outgoing. Oh. Let's see here. Open address book. Shining Finger. Outgoing email. And send. Alright, we are good. She's staring at her phone. I don't think I've ever met someone who made less eye contact. A few seconds after her phone receives the email.
Okabe
Okabe.
凛太郎。
なぜ
What?
その名を
How do you know that name?
今のカラメールに。
From the blank email. Damn, my email is still linked to my real name. I must change it at once.
それは世を忍ぶ仮の名だ
That's just my alias. I'll send you another one with my true name. With my true...
いいわ。
No, this is fine.
何を言う
Nonsense. I'm not Okabe Rentaro. I'm Hoyin Kyo. She's really not buying it.
画像は消したか
Did you delete the picture? She nods slightly, I think. It's really hard to tell. Her body language is as subdued as her voice.
消したのなら証拠を見せろ
If you deleted it, then prove it. She silently shows me her screen. The only picture remaining is the one of that computer. That's a relief.
メール
I'll email you later.
聞いといて。
So ask, okay?
何をだ
About what?
都市伝説。
The urban legend. Ah, that. I almost forgot. With that, Shining Finger wanders off. Throughout the encounter, she kept the same cool expression. Actually, I don't think we ever once made eye contact.
おかえりなさいませ。
Oh, hey. Welcome back, Meowster. I opened the door to the Maid Queen, plus Nyan. Maid Cafe and two familiar cat-eared girls greet me with smiles. She's her most popular maid. Even though she and Mayuri are about the same age, she looks and acts a bit younger. Darunyan's here too. He's been waiting, yeah? Garu frequents his cafe because he's got a crush on Ferris. He often reads her public blog while muttering, "Ferris, you are so cute," to himself. He's got it real bad. Oh yeah, he sounds like he's infatuated with her. To keep telling him to choose either 2D or 3D, but he doesn't listen. I also have trouble dealing with this cat girl. She always finds a way to best me. Are you holding another secret meeting to overthrow the evil organization, yeah? She actually kind of looks cat-like with her eyes. Oh, nothing like that. Ferris wants to join too, yeah? No chance. The organization isn't threatened by cat-eared maids. Not true, yeah? Ferris has the perfect secret technique to help take them down. What? You finally mastered that secret technique?
そうにゃ
Yes, Nya.
ギアナコーチで
After
聞いた
completing my pilgrimage
師匠の死を
to the Guiano
フェイリス
Highlands and overcoming my mentor's death, I finally mastered it. Oh, she's just hamming it up. Ferris, don't play into his delusions. He needs to come back from reality, not be pushed further into fantasy. What mentor? Ferris knows my true name, Hoyin Kyoma. I've also told her about the organization. And now she's more into that than I am. She's always the one to bring it up, or always the one to bring up the subject wherever we meet. By the way, this is the first time I've heard of this secret technique, or whatever it is.
だから今日ま
So Ferris wants to participate in the spirit conference like you promised, yeah? Oh, she's not letting go. It'll take 30 minutes if I play along with her.
お前
You're not suggesting we venture to the sanctuary?
ダメだ
The answer is no. Although you may understand the hidden secrets, you're still too inexperienced.
そんな
But
約束したにゃ
but you promised, Nya. Are you going to betray me?
っていうのかにゃそれに
My brother is waiting for me there.
フェイリスのお兄ちゃんが
Since when do you have a brother? And what the hell's the spirit conference anyway? This is so funny. He's getting kind of a taste of his own medicine. This is how, Okabe, look in a mirror. This is how other people feel when you act the way you do. This is feel these emotions, feel this expressions that going across your face. This is everybody else when you start going on about the organization. Oh, I know it's just one of her cutesy art acts. Whenever I talk with her, I run out of comebacks, which is really unusual for me. And then she takes the initiative, leaving me with nothing to do but listen to her fantasies. I mean, come on. You can only take it so far. Look in a mirror. Look in a mirror, my friend. It's a very clear difference between her stories and mine. As far as I can see, I speak nothing but the truth, while Ferris has only delusions and made up a mirror, my friend. You should learn what they look like. It will be of great use to you. I always have to play along. That's why I feel like I can never best her.
えっとね
I don't quite get it, but can Mayushi go to the sanctuary too?
サンクチュアリっていうところ
Great, now look who's joined in. It's just going to get worse from here. I have to end this conversation now.
来なくていい
You can't come. This discussion is over.
今日まだけずるいにゃ
No fair, Koyoma.
そうだよ
That's right, leaving Mayushi and Ferris behind is mean.
フェリスとは誰だ
Who's this? Who is Ferris?
フェリスちゃんはフェリス
Ferris-chan? It's Ferris-chan, right?
ね
Right. Mayushi and Ferris. Oh. I think she was saying Ferris instead of Ferris. They look at each other and smile. Is she talking about this Ferris? Is that her real name? Have I been mistaken all this time? That's a discussion. That's a disturbing thought.
あのね
Well,
マユ
Mayushi
シは言いにくいから
has a hard time saying Ferris, so I call her Ferris instead.
なんだそういうことか
Oh, so that's it.
なんだか女学院みたいな
It's like we're
それ
in
も悪く
a
ない
girl school. That's not too tabby. Okay then, moving on.
いいからさっさと案内
Show
してくれ
me to the table already. How long do you want me to stand here waiting?
ごめんなさいにゃ
Sorry,
ご主
Nya.
人様ご案内
Table for two, this way, Nya.
マユシご案内よろ
Mayushi?
しくね
I'll
にゃ
leave it to you, Nyan Nyan.
任せてにゃんにゃ
Leave it to me. If you hadn't noticed, the cat-eared maids here at May Queen plus Nyan
are required to add cat sounds, nyas and nyads, to their words with the same frequency. Tone, all right. Gate of Steiner. Some, okay, you know what? I think I'm more content. Layer 3, where you're actually buying tertiary products like keychains and pillows and, I don't know, scarves. And then last, stage 4, you're full neck deep in. You're going to maid cafes and going around talking about You. So what were you just talking about with Ferris? I want details.
聞きたいのか
He really wants to know. I don't think you'd understand it. Hell, even I don't get most of it. Ah, the usual. Your conversations are too much for regular otaku. You guys excluded an aura of something, you know? It's like you two have your own reality marble. You know, I can't forgive you. I think Ferris-chan likes Ocarine, yeah? Of all the maids and masters here, yeah, the only one who can keep up with Ferris-chan is you, Ocarine. I'm not even close to keeping up with her. I'm so jealous, you lucky bastard. I have no interest in women who dress themselves in lies. Like you're on the talk. Silence! Silence! You unfair bastard. All your 2D wives are crying. You struck a nerve, man. Daru theoretically grasps his chest and falls onto the table. I sip from one of my glasses of water that Mayuri brought to our table. Master, may I take your order? Yeah. Omelette rice and hot coffee black. Coming right up, yeah. After taking my order, Mayuri finds her way towards the counter as if swimming between the rows of tables. I hope she doesn't trip. So, what did you need? Daru asks without getting up from the table. That's right. In my conversations with Shining Finger and Cat Girl, I almost forgot my original objective. I was going to head to the lab in about an hour. I have an urgent matter to discuss. Top secrets. I lean on the table and scan the area without moving my head. You remember John Teeter? John Titer? Who's that? The self-proclaimed time traveler who appeared on the internet about 10 years ago. I thought we talked about him before. Is that a new addition to your made-up backstory? It's nothing like that. Everything I say is the truth. Yeah, again, I think I'm a broken record. But yeah, I like Daru. He just cuts through the BS. What a pain. Well, I guess I can play along. So, what's the source of this Teeter guy being from the future? Wait, you seriously never heard about him before? Seriously, bro, I haven't. Sure you didn't just forget? I can't say for sure. There are even books about him. I might remember if you show me. You really don't remember? Memories fade. We're not computers, man. This is wrong. I remember talking to Dara about John Teeter in high school. It was only idle talk, so it's possible that Daru forgot about it. Daru is quite an internet addict, but the internet lets you choose what information you want to see. There's no guarantee Daru looked up info on John Teeter. If he had, I doubt he would have forgotten so completely. Yeah, what's going on? Well, we kind of know what's going on, but still fun. Is it my memories that are mistaken, or everyone else's? Then what about the IBM 5100? You know about that? Cool. So, you know about it. It's a model of IBM released back in 1975. Right, that's what John Teeter said on @channel. He traveled to 1975 first, obtained an IBM 5100, then leaped to 1998. What kind of computer is it? the stupidly expensive kind. Back when it came out, computers were so expensive that average people couldn't get their hands on them. It was full of proprietary IBM technology and was pretty powerful computer for its time. Then 6 years later, in 1981, IBM launched the popular IBM PC series. Now that's more famous. Anyway, it's not like I'm an expert. This is just stuff I've heard on Wiki. Have you heard the urban legend that there's one in Akiba? You bet I have. Just last month, there was a big talk about it on the net. Someone at Channel heard that rumors went. Some at Channel. Some at Channelers heard the rumors and went searching for it. My friend on Prepara Sister Centipede was the main person behind it. Even the legendary Neidhart der... Oh, this is German. Okay. Neidhart der Blitzschnell joined the fray, but they still couldn't find it. So was it just a hoax? Who knows? There are tons of underground shops in Akiba. It wouldn't be strange if the IBM 5100 suddenly turned up in a small hole in the wall. I see. Okay, let's see here. We know of reality marbles. A type of magecraft that can be used to overwrite the world for the pocket image. Wait, is this a Dungeons and Dragons thing? I like the idea. Reality marbles. Yeah, Wikipedia is an online web source. A popular social networking service website designed to facilitate easy communication between users. Prepara. I wonder if this is supposed to be Facebook. The Facebook analogy. My phone starts vibrating. Oh. Okay. Oh, shiny finger. Okabe-san. I mailed you as soon as I could. My name is Kiryu Moeka. I'm a 20-year-old freelance editor. I believe I mentioned I work part-time at Arkwright. So sorry for taking your picture earlier. It wasn't on purpose. I needed some shots for Akihabara for work, and you just happened to be in one. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was hoping to sneak some shots of the satellite, Mamau. But the way the picture I took was just the test, not the final shot. That's why I was using my phone. Even if you hadn't begged me to delete it, I wouldn't have posted it, so don't worry. Anyway, oh man, when they said she was chatty in the anime, I did not expect her to actually be this chatty. I thought that they would. This is a lot more text than I anticipated from Shining Finger. Oh my. Anyway, I should get to the point. I'm really sorry for asking like this, Okabe, but it would be super great if you could ask your friend, the super hacker, about the IBM 5100. I don't really know anything about computers, especially old computers. All I have to go on is this picture I showed you. I'll attach the image. Be absolutely positively sure to reply, okay? I'll be waiting, and if you could, I'll be super happy if you give me your super hacker friend's email address. I'll mail you again. It's okay to mail you again, right? Of course it is. Bye, Moeka. And open the attachment. Oh, come on. What's with this email? Disregarding the weird timing. Is this really a gloomy, unsociable woman I met from before at Rodicon? She's like a completely different person in this email. Does she have a split personality or something? Well, I guess some info about the IBM 5100. So I did get some, so I guess I'll reply. But if I send an immediate reply to a woman I just met, Won't I come off as clingy or desperate? Clingy or desperate? Dude. I think you should worry more about giving her the impression that you're always on call. I think in this situation, it's not about a romance. It's more about if you reply immediately, then it sends the impression that whenever she sends a message, she would expect you to reply immediately. It's far better to wait a little bit of time so that at least you can tell her boundaries. You don't... Yeah, anyway. I, Hoyun Koma, will not be taken lightly. This is my chance to make her understand which one of us is in the superior human being. And above all, I have yet to ascertain if she can really be trusted. She might start harassing me if I reply the wrong way. And besides, the organization hasn't proven that she's not working for the and besides, I haven't proven she's not working for the organization. Nonetheless, it couldn't hurt to tell her what I learned from Daru. To discourage her, of course. Mohahaha. Let's ignore it. This is out of kindness. Sorry for that. Wait, Daru. So, there's one thing I need to know. I scan the area with my eyes one more. Then I lean in close. The IBN 5100 has the power to destroy the world, right? What? It doesn't have that power to do anything, let alone destroy the damn world. Hmm? What's this, Nya? The world's going to be destroyed, Nya? Ferris brings my omelet rice. She's doing her cat-like gestures while keeping her tray balanced on one hand. Truly feline agility. Despite her nyan nonsense, Ferris is the consummate professional. Master, thanks for waiting, Nyan. Omelet rice, Nyan. The cat girl puts the omelet rice on the table and then takes a bottle of ketchup from the apron pockets. She uses it to write "The world is doomed" in red letters upon the omelet blank yellow canvas. Please enjoy your meal before the world ends. The world is doomed for the win. Ferris' handwriting is so cute. It puts my omelet in danger too. It appears the cuteness has shattered Daru's sanity. I give him a look that says calm down, but to no avail. I smooth out the ketchup with the bottom of my spoon, erasing the ketchup words. Ah, what a waste. I'm going to eat it either way. Have you considered participating in Ferris Cup now? Yeah, of course. I'm participating. Ferris Cup? What's that? I take a mouthful of omelet rice. Next Sunday, we're hosting a Rainet tournament at the cafe, Nya. Ferris starts dancing in place. I prefer she not jumping around like that when people are eating nearby. Ferris is the event organizer. That's all my idea, Nya. You can participate too if you want. Kyoma entrance fee is 1,000 yen and includes a drink. Whoever beats Ferris gets to enjoy some of Ferris' home cooking, Nya. It'll never happen. Ocarine sucks at Rainet. Aw, but it's so fun. No, I'm fine. I stop shoveling the omelet rice into my mouth. Then I deliver my melancholy sigh. Rainet, access battlers, huh? Whenever I hear that name, I remember the former champion. It has already been 2 years. No, that's nothing. Forget what I said. It sounded so serious now. Who is the former champion, yeah? He probably doesn't exist. I mean, Rainet didn't even have official tournaments until about a year ago. Kyoma. You still can't forget him, can you? Yeah. Oh, it's funny. She's just feeding into his delusions. Huh? What? I remember that. Your You and the champion, my brother, were such good friends, Kyoma. You were so close, it made me jealous, Nia. Damn it, she took my story and ran with it again. Oh, but I never even said anything about him being her brother. Hell, I don't even know if Ferris has siblings. I shouldn't have talked about stuff like this in front of Ferris. But it's time to let go of the past. Seize the day with your own paws. Her shout resounds through the store, and fingers snaps at me. Even though it's painful. No, because it's painful. I succeeded my brother's dying wish and perfected my skills as a Rainet, Nya. Do you remember, Nya? You always used to say, someday, let's bring peace to the world with Rainet. Ferris, bring me my coffee. Nya nya. Actually, we were just asking about that. Man, we've been... Man, this... Well, it's a visual novel. This was going to go forever, isn't it? I'm just commenting saying that I'm looking at the time and it's been 2 hours and 40 minutes. About time for me to hop off. I'm trying to do some basic math calculations in my head. We're not even So you know what I mean. And that's all that matters, right?
お前は結局
So in the
二次元
end,
派なのか三
do
次
you
元派なのか
do you bat for the 2D team or the 3D team?
あえて言おう倍で
I
あると
dare say I'm bi.
いろいろとフリーダムだなだろ
You're an inspiration, Daru. Oh, that's so funny.
よく言われますさあせん
I know I'm just too awesome. Daru usually doesn't show enthusiasm for anything. The exceptions are Moe and Ferris. I wish he were this passionate about our experiments. I had to pull Daru away from Ferris so that we could return to the lab. We arrived to find it hotter than a sauna in hell. I quickly open the windows, letting the small breeze blow in. It won't be enough. Oh, we have mail. We have mail. We got one from Ferris. All right, what did Ferris say? You're more perceptive than I thought. Yeah. So now you understand what's at stake. The Red Southern Cross will soon hatch. Yeah. The time has come for Ferris to journey to the sanctuary and prepare for I can say no more. Yeah. Perspective, the Red Southern Cross hatch. Oh my, I wish I could preview them because then I'll know what he's saying. I feel like this would be a retort to what she says. This will be a compliment about what's, I think, hatch. We're going to go with hatch. We'll reply with hatch. Impossible. You mean it? You mean it's awaken? It's 50 years earlier than I predicted. What do you mean? Yeah, that's a good response. I like that response. Okay. All right. I flip our fan to full power and place it on the table in front of me. I really wish we had an air conditioner. I turn on the computer. This is our PC for communal use among lab members. It still uses an old CRT monitor, so it looks ancient. But don't let this looks deceive you. Our computer whiz, Daru, scrunged up some parts and made some mods to it. In any case, I don't spend much time on it. I mostly use it to update the Future Gadgets Laboratory homepage, check my email, visit new websites, and browse at channel. In other words, he uses it very frequently. There's no hiding it from us, man. You are addicted to online. Let's see. I wonder if the new teacher is still posting. Oh, we need to keep an eye on the. We need to keep an eye on the names. It was mentioned earlier. We need to keep an eye on them. So there's Teeter, anonymous. Oh, they have IDs. This is going to be a bit difficult to keep track of the IDs and such. The IDs are a bit random, so it might make things a bit difficult. I see that everyone would like to know about the time machine. I'll have to explain. Just so you know, it's impossible to reproduce with current technology. Certain critical components won't exist until the World Economic Forum invents them in 2034. Time travel works by altering gravity. Basically, you can think of it as using a twin paradox, but that alone isn't enough to reverse time. Still here, Faker. You're annoying. Go away. So, your power of gravity control. Not bad. But still not enough to top tier power levels. If you're gonna bark, go out. Go on. Out. Barking dogs. So your power is gravity, not bad, but still not enough. Oh, there's Hoin Kyoma. The twin paradox is that, like in Urshima effect, it's just slowing time down, not reversing it. Let's see here. I wonder if there's a. I have one that's called Kive. I wonder if I can still keep track of the IDs. Who cares about the time machine? Give me stock prices. Chevy. Huh? Chevy. That's not a. There's an actual company called Chevy. They just changed the vowel around. Fictional company. No, it's a real life company. It's a real life car company. You just changed the vowel. It uses Tipler cylinders, a Kerr black hole to Kerr black holes, doesn't it? Just like you said 10 years ago. And your time machine is a 1970s Chevy. I know all of it. Oh ha. Kiyama just posted that. Oh gosh, shut up. You disgusting Shuni. The twin paradox and the Usher effect are different things. Time traveler, lol. John Teeter, lol. A Chevy's an American car, right? I'd rather have go German with a BMW. By Tipler cylinders, are you referring to the Tipler machine? Lovat? Oh, up here we have Kurigan and Kamehameha. Hey, a Dragon Ball reference. Let's see here. A Tipler cylinder would have 100 km in diameter, 1000 km long, have mass equal to the sun, and so this is the Tipler, and resolve 250 times per second and become a time machine. Lol. How do you fit that into a Chevy? Even if you could, a Tipler machine can't travel further back in time than the moment of its creation. Enough of your delusions. At channel is not your blog. I want to hear from Teeter. This is a surprise. Does this mean people of this age already know about my time machine? Did you really encounter me 10 years ago? If so, then that must have been another world line. I, at least, have not gone to the year 2000. In any case, the important point is that the rotating black hole has the same effect as a Tipler cylinder. You can learn more about Kerr's black holes by studying the Penrose diagram or Tipler's calculations. My time machine works by generating a pair of Kerr black holes. In Japanese, please. Teeter came 10 years ago. Source. What are Kerr black holes? Explain your boobies. Oh, exotic one. Yeah, this is definitely the chat forums that I've been on back then. I'll pay 1,000 yen to ride your time machine. No, 1,000 more. No yen more. These are all anonymous. Source is Hoyo-san's delusions, lol. OQP. Oh, the ID is OQP. Real deal. Kamehameha. He didn't deny it, lol. All aboard Hoyin's crazy train. Prepare for the train wreck. Kerr black hole time travel is theoretically possible, but 1. Gohan. Wait, is Gohan? Is that Kurose? Wait, she's a Dragon Ball fan. That has to be Kurosu. Oh, can we go back up? Let's see here. Where's Gohan? Here it is. It's just so there's not. That might be her. I think we figured it out. Gohan and Kamehameha. That's Kurosu. Yeah, her post is a lot more or is a lot more. It's more grounded. Let's see here. Where were we? Right here. And he didn't deny it all aboard the Hoyin's crazy train. Prepare for the train wreck. Her black hole time machine is theoretically possible, but one, you have. How do you get a black hole to spin? Don't tell me you wait until you find one spinning naturally. That's ridiculous. Two, how do you pass through a singularity? There's no way a Chevy can withstand the pressure. Why the short explanations, John? You stupid. Still no stock prices. Crash.
Hoyin Kyoma. I can't believe he used his, I can't believe he's using Hoyin Kyoma even online. These are, online names are like tags. Once you attach it to yourself, then people can instantly trace all information about you. If he's so worried about the organization hunting him down, he should have nicknames upon nicknames upon nicknames. Like every form should have a different name. But nope. I guess that's it. He probably hasn't thought that far ahead. His Chevy has a, let's see here. This isn't a delusion. I know for a fact that Teeter posted 10 years ago. There's even a book about it. Search the used bookstores if you don't believe me. His Chevy has a gravity disruption unit. That's what he said 10 years ago. Yes, it does have a gravity disruption unit. My time machine is not perfect. It was built by a third party who reverse engineered the World Economic Forum's WEF. It was a reverse engineered by who reverse engineered WEF's design. The gravity distortion unit is a little unstable. First, the unit produces a microsingularity, then injects electrons to induce rapid rotation. This generates a local gravity sine wave. As the time machine passes through the singularity, the gravity distortion unit regulates the pressure to ensure safe passage. I'm not a specialist, so I can't explain the mechanics any further. Let me just say that Kerr black holes can be manufactured. I assume everyone's aware that WEF's experiments with black hole creation. Well, WEF is most likely they are. Oh, I know what's going on here. The World Economic Forum hired CERN to create black holes, and by developing them, they can then use those to create time machines. That's exactly what the World Economic Forum is up to. They're using CERN as a puppet. Unstable sounds dangerous. Teeter's black holes are going to swallow the Earth. He's not just a mass murderer, he's trying to wipe out the entire human race. Find his parents before it's too late. Alright. It's not that you won't explain, it's that you can't, lol. How do you set the destination? The Earth is constantly moving, or didn't you know that? By the way, I propose that Teeter is Hoyin theory equals Hoyin theory, lol. I set the destination with a VGL system. It's a variable gravity lock. It functions by reading the local gravity of the destination and locking the Tipler sine wave onto that location. Oh, fun. By locking onto Earth's gravity, it ensures that I don't end up floating in space. It uses 4 cesium clocks to make the calculations, so the margin of error is negligible. Hoyin needs to shut up, lol. I never heard of any Teeter from 10 years ago. So, the universe is deep in Teeter's shirt. The same information was in the Teeter book. All you've done is post 10-year-old copy pasta. Anyone could do that. How do I know you're the real Teeter? John Teeter is Moe, my waifu.
I recognize different opinions. I'm feeling more and more disappointed. Still nothing concrete. Nice try. I guess, but I won't be fooled. Nice try, I guess, but I won't be fooled. Fun. I shouldn't waste all day on that channel. We have more important things to deal with. Namely, the phone wave. Name subject to change. We haven't experimented with it since yesterday. It's high time I figure out what's going on with that thing. Earlier, I asked Daru to connect the phone wave name subject to change to the computer. I finished setting it up yesterday, and now he's about to do the quick wire work in the development room. Hey Daru, what's with the X68000? A 16-bit PC sold in Japan. Its particularly twin power case was double Manhattan shaped. Fun. Oh yeah, we already know about singularities and the Japanese please. In Japanese please. A teasing phrase used in online message boards to tell an incomprehensive poster, please post comprehensively. Oh. Fun. Actually, that's I want to comment because they have to explain that because since the game was translated into English, that joke, you know, you have to kind of have a bit of a I'm glad that they allowed us to actually read into it. Because when they said post in Japanese, I was kind of thinking that they were asking him to post it in a different language so they could understand it. But this was just being sarcastic. The same thing as saying, please post in English, in an English-speaking form, which means you're speaking nonsense. I wonder, would it have been better to change it? Would it have been better to post in English? That's a transliteration issue. Anyway. Hey Daru, what's with the X6800? You mean it's a 20-year-old machine with specs lower than my cell phone? It's cool, duh. So it's like the reason why some protagonists are odd-eyed, even though they're Japanese. Odd-eyed. Heterochroma, a condition where eyes are different colors. A trait often found in anime and manga characters. There usually isn't a reason for the character to be odd-eyed. It's mostly just for moe or the coolness factor. Yeah, most anime do that. So, it's like, oh yeah. Not getting you, bro. That's cool. If it's cool, then it's cool. Anyway, there isn't much of an option. This was the only PC we weren't using. What about your new one? No way. We don't know what could happen when it's connected to your crazy machine. It could kill the performance. Selfish bastard. No, you don't want to. There is a channel called Stop Skeletons. Since we're going to start ad break soon, I can show you. Let me show you. There's a channel called Stop Skeletons from Fighting. It's on YouTube. Let's see here. There it is. Stop Skeletons from Fighting. There we go. Oh yeah, come on. Stop Skeletons from Fighting. Now search for it, you stupid git of a program. Okay then. So here it is, right here. He likes to make a lot of I wouldn't really say documentaries, but he's all about old games and weird games. You know, things that are obscure and not very well known within the gaming sphere. An example being like weird game controllers, cartridge games that had very weird and wonderful chain differences. And then here, the one I'm talking about, 16-player Game Boy game. This game that was released long ago, it's called Baseball 2000. It had a secret hidden 16-player mode. And when you look into it, you find out that because originally the Game Boy could only connect up 2 Game Boys together, there was no real way to connect 16. Not even 4, like, not let alone 4. Like, connecting 4 Game Boys together was a Game Boy Advance thing. And as you watch this documentary, it's a rather long documentary, but once you watch this interesting documentary, he comments about how the fact that one of the big problems that they were running into was that the technology they were using was too modern for the Baseball 2000. It was originally designed for a Game Boy, but using Game Boy Colors, particularly Game Boy SPs, which were a lot more advanced, it resulted in a lot of errors and a lot of problems. So there's a lot of guesswork, I guess you could say, a lot of guesswork, and there was a lot of investigations going on to find out how to stabilize the signal across all of these different Baseball instances in order to play a 16-player game. So it's very interesting, and as I mentioned, new technology, it caused a lot of problems. It was when they started making their own custom boards with old chips that they were able to solve some of the major issues. So Daru's complaint right here, he's not a selfish bastard. His complaint right here makes a lot of sense. You're connecting a lot of technologies from different eras together. The last thing you want to do is throw in something that could potentially be newer than everything else and cause chaos. So yeah, it's very smart not to use a new computer. Besides, we made the phone wave, name subject to change, together. It's our crazy machine. Anyway, did you do any research on the jellification? Yeah. At the university this morning. Why would a banana jellify? What kind of science are we dealing with here? I examined the sample under a microscope and found it was shredded at the molecular level. Shredded? It's not a mere phase transition. The banana became something entirely different. Let's see here. I can touchpad. Okay. The phase transition is somewhat is what occurs when a substance changes from one state of matter to another. Example including liquid, solid. Okay, I know what they're saying. They're talking about the fundamentals of phases. Could it have rotted? Nah, there's no way 2 minutes in a microwave could do that. Then I remember about fracture structure. Then I remembered about fracture structures. In geometry, the structure that demonstrates self-similarity. Alright. The smallest portion of a fractal structure will appear similar to the whole common example. The fracture structures are snowflakes and coastlines. Okay. The Menger sponge thing. So many high-level words. Okay then. An example of a fracture structure. Take a cube and do the following. 1. For each side of the cube, cut a square hole at the center with about 1/9 of the area of the face. Each side now has 8 squares, 2 each. For each of those 8 squares, cut a new hole with about 1/9 of the area of the square and repeat to an infinite number of times. The results is a sponge-like structure whose surface area approaches infinity as its volume approaches 0. I see. Alright. I've never heard of this one before. Yeah, it looks something like that.
フラクタル図形の穴を
Drilled hole into the banana.
開けていったような
An infinite number of holes in a fractal pattern, right down to the nano level.
なんかやばくね？
Whoa,
何が起きてるんだ？
what could have done something like that?
俺には
I have one hypothesis. Adding a dramatic pause to build tension. Daru glubs, waiting for me to continue.
電子レンジの
It's the result of the microwave's electromagnetic waves.
え？
What does that mean?
俺の推測が正しければ
If my guess is correct, then the phone wave, named subject to change, has the potential to become a weapon of unprecedented destructive power, one that could change the face of war as we know it. I twist my lips in a maniacal grin. Then I whip out my phone to put to my ear. It's me. We've proceeded to stage 2 of the plan. Soon, they will learn the judgment day is near.
全てはシュタインズ
And now he's
の意志で
hamming it in.
人類は
All shall be Steins Gate's will. Resistance is futile. El Sai Kongaru.
妖精さんと話してんじゃ
Quit
ねえ
talking to your imaginary friend. I'm done with the
終わ
writing.
ったぜ。
I'm done with the wiring. I want to explain that he's not imaginary, but revealing the identity of my contact would be a betrayal. Alright, sure thing, Okabe. Oh. Yeah. Let's see here. The last thing I need is another enemy, specifically one whose power and cunning rivals that of the organization. The phone wave, named subject to change, is now an indispensable mess of wires. All we need to do is hook it up to a computer. All we need to do is hook up the computer. Yeah. Okay. 1 second. All we did was hook it up to a computer. Yet it turned out like some MacGyver. Something that MacGyver would put together. Fictional popular TV drama. MacGyver. We're MacGyvering it up. Now we can access the microwave's terminal mode and see exactly what's going on in the computer's brain. Another networked external computer. Ah, I see. Okay.
で、どうする？
Well, what's next?
バナナは用意してある
We have bananas. Just before I left May Queen and Yan, Mayuri asked me to buy some bananas. Oh, with her money. Oh, we should probably check the with her money. She's too nice for her own good, or maybe she didn't even consider what would happen. But now we'd think she'd know what if but now you'd think she'd know that if I buy bananas, I'm going to experiment on them. Okay, let's check our phone. We have a message from Varys. That's why you need to locate the 14th man as soon as possible. Yeah. He must be in the Hawk's Nest, also known as Eagle Prison, which exists somewhere in Akiba. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll just leave it at that then for Ferris. So I put the entire bunch of bananas into the phone wave, name subject to change.
丸々使うとまた
You know, Mayushi's gonna cry if you use them all, right? Wasn't that her money?
やつから提供された
She's donated that money to our research efforts.
そもそも丸々全部使う
You
必要
don't
ない
have to use the whole bunch. One is enough. One. Daru retrieves the bananas, peels one from the bunch, and sticks it back inside the phone wave, name subject to change.
実験に金をケチるようでは
We'll never reshape the fabric of society as long as money dictates the limits of our science.
作り変えたいと思ってんの
You're
は
the
お
one
金
who
だけ
wants
だ
to reshape society, Ocarine. He lost all enthusiasm the second we got back to the lab. What a fickle man.
ほら早く携帯からタイマ
Come,
ー
start
入
the
力よ
time. Come, start the timer already. Right. Now, where did I put my phone? Phone. Oh, okay. Okay, let's call the phone wave. Call complete. Instant process access.
RENG
Hello, this is Phone Wave. Name subject to change.
電話レンジ
Mayushi's guidance system.
こちらからタイマー操作ができます
You can operate the timer from the
タ
menu.
ップボタンを
After you push the pound, please enter a time in seconds. In hindsight, we should have made the Mayushi guidance skippable. Have to wait each time, it's annoying.
例えば
For example, press 60 for a
2
minute.
なら
Press
シャープ1
pound 120 for 2 minutes. It's finally over. Okay, enter 120 pound. There we go. Complete. Alrighty. The turntable inside the phone wave same stage begins to spin backwards. 2 minutes sure is long. It doesn't actually have to be 2 minutes. Mayuri had the timer set to 2 minutes when she first discovered the frozen function, or whatever it is. So we're just reproducing that. Naturally, we have experimented with 60 seconds and 180 seconds too. If we set it shorter, the freezing only goes halfway, if at all. Conversely, setting it longer increases the effect.
でもさ、マジで電磁波
You
のせいだ
know,
った
if the
ら
microwave's
僕らの細胞なんかも
emissions are
スカスカ
doing
になっ
it,
ちゃってんの
then
か
shouldn't our cells be getting jellified too? While still looking bored, Daru finally gets into the discussion at hand. Well, have you ever nuked yourself inside a phone wave? Name subject changed.
そもそも入れない
I can't even fit in there.
つうか電磁
Anyway.
波の影響ってソースは
What's your source of electromagnetic waves? If you must know, it's my mad scientist intuition.
ちょ根
Oh.
拠なしとか
So no facts.
かつてエジソンはこう言った
Edison once said, without
1%のひらめきがなければ
without 1% inspiration, 99% of perspiration is wasted.
ひらめき
So, inventors of the world, be inspired, end quote.
天才は 1% のひらめき
Wasn't it
99% の努力
Genius,
じゃなかった
wasn't it genius is 1% inspiration, 99% is perspiration?
残念だったな
Sorry to
それ
disappoint,
は
but
誤って広まったものだという
in
のが
recent years it's
常識になって
become
いるのだ
more common knowledge that that is a misquote.
エジソンは
Mwahaha.
言ったん
Edison
ひ
said
らめ
that.
けって
Be inspired.
そう
Yes, be inspired, he said. I don't know if that was exactly what he said, but I'm sure it was something else along those lines. He's just making stuff up along the way. Okabe. Oh, we can't trust you, can we? At least that's what the wiki said.
ゆえに
Therefore, as a genius mad scientist, I am always inspired with phone wave dings. This is just going to jellify the banana like usual, isn't it? We need a new experiment. It feels like I wasted 120 seconds on nothing. Daru opens the phone wave name subject safe door and peeks inside. What? What? He rubs his eyes, blinks several times, then resumes staring into the microwave.
何をしている
What are you doing?
いや
Well,
あれ
it's
消えた
gone.
消えたって何が
Gone. What's going? What's
バナ
gone?
ナが
The banana. What is he talking about? I push Daru aside and look into the phone wave. Name subject to change.
ない
It's gone. There's nothing inside. The banana, it vanished without a trace. After a short pause, I collect myself and whip out my phone to speak into the silence. It's me. Slight problem. We may have just awakened something terrible.
とんでも
What
な
do
い
you
もの
mean
ってなん
something
ぞ
terrible? I ignore Daru's panic cry. I'm surprised too, my heart pounding, but I try to appear calm.
今すぐに
I'm invoking emergency order 666. Activate the cold heart protocol.
何
What?
政府の承認
What do you mean we need congressional approval? There's no time, you fool. Tokyo will be blasted to atoms.
この国が吹っ
I
飛
put
ぶ
my phone away after feeling. You should be an actor.
うるさいフェリスの総監
Shut up.
それでバナナはどこ
You
に
bear
隠した
stalker. Where'd you hide the banana?
誰がストーカーだよ
Who's a stalker?
バナナを
The banana, where is
出
it?
して
Are you planning to become a street magician or something?
隠したのはオカリンだろ
Oh no. You're the one who hid it, aren't you? Ooh. Uncomfortable silence. I realize my throat is dry.
なんで消えたんだよ
Where the hell did it go?
知らんがな。
How do I know?
どこに行った
Where did it go? Banana.
バ
But
ナナ
okay, I like his voice more. We'll go with that. I take the turntable out of the microwave, scour every nook and cranny, but find neither peel nor stem of the banana.
そうか
Wait,
分かったぞ
I think I get it now. It's not an electromagnetic weapon. It's a teleporter device.
テレポートがか
な、なんだ
What?
ってってそんな無茶
Wait,
な。
that's absurd.
出なければ
How else could it have vanished? The microwave was closed.
ひとまず
Maybe we should just calm down.
ああ
Yes, you're right.
そうだな
Yeah, definitely calm down, my friend. You don't want to go crazy. You don't want to go more crazy than you already are. We each take a deep breath. Oh, I know. I'll eat one of the remaining bananas. That will calm me down. I reach for the bunch of bananas. What? What the? Impossible. Impossible. Not 3 minutes ago, Daru plucked a banana from the bunch and put it inside the phone wave, name subject to change. But now, there's no sign that that banana was ever plucked. Instead, a single jellified banana has appeared among the regular bunch.
なんじゃこりゃ。
What the hell? What's going on? Daru noticed it too. He reaches out to touch it, but I quickly stop him. Wait,
このラボに今
how many bananas are there in the lab right now?
多分
Just
このバナナ
these, I think.
このゲルバナがくっついているところは
Is this gel nana attached to the same stem as the bananas you just picked?
そこま
I
で
don't know,
確認
man.
してない
I
し
wasn't paying attention.
このゲルバナ
It doesn't look like it was ever plucked. No cuts or anything. Aside from the jellification, it looks completely normal. Well, yeah, besides the jellification. Besides being jellified, it's fairly normal. Hey, Daru, could this possibly be... The word I spoke impulsively a few seconds ago. I hesitate to speak again, but I must. Because no matter how unreliable it may be, we saw it with our own eyes. My head full of question marks. I don't know how this happened, but if I were to explain it as it was, the banana that was inside the phone wave, name subject to change, returned instantly to its bunch. In other words,
テレポート
a teleporter. We've invented a teleporter.
うーん
Oh. I hear a girl's voice coming from the lounge.
興味深い実験してます
That looks like an interesting experiment.
誰だ
But who's there? My heart just skipped a beat. I turn towards the voice in surprise and get pierced by a sharp stare. Impossible. What are you doing here?
若干18歳にして
The 18-year-old genius girl, the sadist who Okay then.
そしてまたの名を
The sadist who humiliates it's the double H sound. Who humiliates men in public, also known as the zombie.
マキセ・クリス
Makise Kurisu.
説明セリフを
Nice exposition, bro.
誰がゾンビだ
Who are you calling a zombie?
一体どういうことだ
What is the meaning of this?
目的でここへ
What is your purpose here?
あなたに会いに来たの
I'm here to see you, Okabe Rentaro.
ほーい今日も
Or is it Hoyin Kiyoma-san? Wait, how the hell does she know my real name? I've never spoken it in front of her.
そうか
I was right. You're one of the organization's top agents, an Esper with superhuman powers.
それならば
No, no wonder you rose from the dead.
だから死んでないって
I'm not dead, alright?
殺さないでください
Please stop killing me off. Fun. Alright, it's now 10:50. I think we can take a break here. Kurisu has showed up. Alright, things are moving quite good. Quite nicely. Let's see here. There it is. Let's save. There we go. Saved. Nice. Nice, nice. Let's call it a day for now. We've been playing for 3.5 hours. Oh. Whoops. I just messed with it. All right. Anyway. I think it's been fun. It's been good. We shall continue more on Tuesday. I wonder how the story's going to progress. So far, it's been quite similar to the anime, but at the same time, it's been quite different. So, anyway. It's been fun. It's been fun. Everybody have a good one. Have a good morning. Have a good night. Wherever you may be, have a good one. Oh, and have fun playing Steins Gate. Laters.